So how will your Social Security benefits be taxed in retirement? We're going to get into that. Stay tuned. All right, so we're going to get into this, and we're going to actually show you guys how your Social Security benefits will be taxed later in life. They said like basically about 50% of all baby boomers right now are going to rely on Social Security as their primary type of income. And that's a little bit scary, obviously, because it's not going to be a lot and it does get taxed. So let's get into this in here in a second. We're going to go through how this is taxed and kind of show you what it's all about. Alrighty, so one of the things you want to understand is the actual average retirement benefit from Social Security is only going to be about $1,465, so $1,465 per month. So if you have 50% of the people relying on this is kind of a small amount, but that's even besides, really how much is that going to be taxed is what we're kind of going through today. Keep in mind that you need to actually pay in about, I think it's 10 years, or it is 10 years, you have to be paying to Social Security before you're eligible to receive these benefits. The more you pay into it, I think it's up to 40 years, and they take X amount of your top payment years, you get a little bit more money, but you have to be a minimum of 10 years in the system before you actually get these benefits. So just keep that in mind to make sure you're paying for at least 10 years into Social Security first. All right, so will your benefits be taxed? Some people are going to be a little bit surprised with this one and how they actually do it, so stay tuned. We're going to get into this with some charts and things, but first let's start off by just saying Social Security, basically, they consider your combined income. So in the definition of combined income, and I'll read it so it's a little bit clearer, which is basically your annual retirement income, so whatever you get from other sources, maybe like an IRA or something, plus half of your Social Security benefits. So let's say you're getting, $50,000 from your other source and you're getting $20,000 from Social Security. It's going to be $50,000 that they consider, combined income plus half of your Social Security income, which is only $10,000, which is, half of $20,000, and then they combine those. And I'll go through a bunch of examples here to show you, so just so it's a lot clearer for you. But basically, that's how they do it. And I'm going to go up and put up a chart here in a second to show you exactly how it's done. But keep in mind that it's going to be your normal investment income plus half of your Social Security benefits. That's what they combine to actually create this combined income, and that's what they'll tax you off of. All right, let's go into this really quickly. I want to try to make this as easy as possible. Here's a chart, and let's go ahead and put up some numbers, though. Let's assume that you're actually making, $20,000 from your Social Security benefits, $20,000 a year, and let's say you have an IRA and you're pulling out $25,000 from that. So $25,000 from an IRA, $20,000 from your Social Security benefits. The formula that you want to use is you basically take the IRA funds, which is the full $25,000, but you only take one half of your Social Security benefits, and they were at $20,000, so one half of that is $10,000. So you want to add the $10,000 plus your IRA $25,000, and you get a total value of $35,000. So that's the number that's basically taxable income. Now you pull up this chart over here, and you'll see it. So if you're an individual, it says less than $25,000 per year. Well, we said $35,000, so let's move down. So it says 25 to 34. We actually are above this even. So we're down in this chart over here, and that means that basically up to 85% of our retirement income will be taxed, can be taxed. And that's basically if you're filing by yourself. If you're married beneficiaries filing jointly, the numbers change. So obviously we're more than 32. We said 35,000, but we are in between 32 and 44,000. So that's only 50% of this retirement benefit that will be taxed. If you make more than 44,000, which we weren't in that example, then it would be up to 85%. So basically anywhere from 0% to 85% of your retirement income could be taxed, and it depends on how much money you're making, obviously, and if you're married or if you're single. And then beyond that, obviously the low value that can be taxed is 0%, like we just said, and the highest is 85% of that retirement income, of that $20,000. So keep in mind that use this chart, and this is going to show you kind of where you fall, but it's basically just good to know that you can potentially and most likely will be taxed on your Social Security benefits and other stuff as well. So you want to make sure, obviously no one wants to make less than $32,000 as married or less than $25,000 a year as individual, but at least you won't be taxed at that point, and things like that. So this is a really important chart to take a look at and just kind of memorize or put it somewhere, but just understand that this is the way that it actually works for your tax rate, tax rates and tax brackets for Social Security. Alrighty, so I hope that did help. Now keep in mind that basically there is possibly some state tax also beyond this. We're talking just federal taxes here. And I'm going to go ahead and read them really quickly off, just so you guys have what state, what states actually may have an income tax for your Social Security. There's only 13 of them right now that are actually going to be doing this on the state level. So if you're living in Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, or West Virginia, you could be subject to the state income tax as well. Alrighty, so we talked about that a little bit. Now, how do you maximize your Social Security benefits? How are you going to maximize them? And this is I'm going to go through this very quickly just at the end of the video, but it's going to show you a lot on how you can actually get the most out of your benefits. Basically, what they do is obviously delaying your benefits is one of the key things you have to do. So, the longer you wait, the more you're going to get up to a certain age. Now you can claim up, you can claim as early as 62, and even though the normal retirement age is around 67. If you do at 62, though, you're going to get a little bit shorter or a lot less money than you would if you actually wait till maybe 67 or 70. So we'll get into this in a second. But the key is actually just waiting as long as you can to take the benefits out if you can actually do that, and then you're going to get more of them. So basically, let's just assume, I'm going to look at my notes here, but let's say you're claiming at full age, you get $1,500 a month. So let's say you're getting $1,500 a month if you claim your benefits at 67. If you claim at 62, it's going to be reduced by about 30%, so you're going to get about $10,050 instead of $1,500, so about $450 less per month. So that's a pretty big difference. Obviously, it's a pretty big stretch from 62 to 67. It's 5 years, but you're giving up all that money, that $450 a month if you do that. Now, if you stretch it out to around 70, your actual benefit goes up from age 67 to 70. Your benefit will actually go up another 24% over when you claim at 67. So it's an additional, it'll be like a 54% gap between the lowest and the highest. So if you do at 70, that $1,500 benefit will now be around $1,860 instead of $1,500. So now you are, at age 62, you're only going to get $10,050. If you wait till age 70, you're going to get around, let's see what it says, $1,860. So the difference, obviously, and that, obviously, roughly equates to about, close to $10,000 a year that you'd actually be losing if you claim way early there versus way late. So $10,000 a year, obviously, in retirement is a pretty big sum of money. It can help with rent, it can help with medical expenses, things like that. So just consider that when you're actually going to, claim what you're going to claim, and just start thinking earlier before you get to the age where you have to make a decision really quickly. It's all, even if you're in your 30s and 40s, just start looking at things and start understanding how everything works. Alrighty, thanks again for watching. If you guys can help, please support my channel. I need some more subscribers and some likes there. You guys can click the thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I make, generally about 2 to 3 videos a week, and I do them on technology, investing, and sometimes travel. Talk to you guys next week or even sooner. Bye.